we now return to Let's Play Nebuchadnezzar. This one looks like it's a bigger map, so maybe this one won't be so difficult to get things done. The Third Dynasty of Ur, sometimes also referred to as the Neo-Sumerian Empire, was the last Sumerian dynasty to control Mesopotamia. The Third Dynasty of Ur ruled between 2100 and 2000 BC and was the last Sumerian dynasty to control ancient Mesopotamia. It reached prominence after the end of the rule of the Gutian dynasty, sometimes called the Dark Period. The rise of the Third Dynasty of Ur is, on the other hand, viewed as a period of Sumerian Renaissance. The dynasty was founded by Ur-Nammu, a ruler who strengthened his position after defeating the city of Lagash, and who personally killed the city's ruler in the battle. His four successors continued in his aggressive expansion, leading an empire that at its peak spanned from southeastern Anatolia to the northern coast of the Persian Gulf. This was also the period during which the Code of Ur-Nammu was created, a set of laws written in Sumerian. In spite of its name, authorship of the code is sometimes attributed to Ur-Nammu's son, Shulgi. Copies of the code written in the Akkad language were also discovered in Nippur, Sippar, and Ur. In the prologue, written in the first person, the king is designated the Beacon of Justice, a role that previous kings never took for themselves. The Third Dynasty of Ur ended in 2004 BC when the city of Ur was destroyed by the allied forces of Elam and Susa. After that, control of southern Mesopotamia gradually fell into the hands of nomadic tribes of Amorites from northern Levant. These were originally Semitic descent, but unlike the original Semitic population in Mesopotamia that spoke East Semitic, the Amorites spoke Northwest Semitic. Nippur, our city, was one of the most important cities during the Third Dynasty of Ur. It was considered the religious center of Mesopotamia and was also where Enlil's shrine, the main god of the Sumerian and Akkad pantheon, is located. This status helped it survive a number of conflicts which devastated many other cities in the area. So, first strategy, of course, is to determine product that we can sell, make profit on. Nippur was always considered the religious center of the Sumerian culture. Our new ruler, Ur-Nammu, fortunately believes it should continue to be one, and has entrusted you with the construction of a new temple. You must not fail in this task, if for nothing else than the future of the city. How big is this temple? That's a big one. Okay. But it looks like we have quite a bit of flat land this time. That is an interesting bit there. Looks like I probably want to turn that into farmland. I can't imagine that would be anything useful, and we can't make the temple over there. Okay. And we have that. Okay, we got fishing pier. Right. So I kind of think that maybe this wants to be the fishing pier and farmland. However, I also feel like we should not be doing that anymore. This game very much seems to reward the use of small neighborhoods. And let me look at homes here. Okay, we're still in the villa. So we need luxurious villas. The one temple. Okay. So either I build one gigantic farm area, or I begin... Well, if I do that, I'm going to have to basically focus on distributors, which is not a bad thing. I could do that. That might actually be how I have to handle this. So let's look here. We've got ports, which I could put several down. Probably really only need the one, but we're going to be doing a lot of fishing. Get quite a few fishers here. Probably way more than I need. And I can get more down here too. Actually, we've got all sorts of locations for little fishing piers that probably can't connect because there's no road connection there. So we'd be looking at least 4 over here, which by itself might be enough. And in fact, could I get a road? I could maybe get a road over here. We do have bridges. Where are the bridges? Okay, I guess they are not unlocked yet. I know they are a thing, however. They must come later. So, we can't build to the other side on this island. This island is just there. Let's look at the neighbors, find out what we can do. Get wheat. Actually, that looks like barley. Where's that wheat? I guess that is... Nope, it is barley. So, we can export. I'm mostly looking for import-export right now. So, import bronze. Copper, actually. Import copper to export, and at 20 bucks at 120. Oh, we could make crazy amounts of money early on. Unfortunately, we need reputation. Quite a bit of prestige to open this one up, but once we can do it, it's good. We can immediately, however, begin doing trade with Babylon to fish. So I like that idea. That should be my first industry. Yeah. Oh, and then we got Memphis over here too, it looks like. Oh, hey, we can do copper. So we can do a 160 and importation of only 120, I think. That's what I saw. Yeah. 75 to 70. Okay. Well, not bad. And we now have ivory as well as papyrus. I'm willing to bet that it'll be required to get to our luxurious villas. Okay. So, fish, not necessarily for eating. I mean, we do need it, but we'll have to have a very separate little industry. So maybe I could have the fishers over here just be for import-export trade. And then we'll do fishing over here for our own food. And I should probably anticipate having a secondary port anyhow. We'll probably only need 5. I mean, the fact that I can keep adding... Well, and I can add one here too, it looks like. So, we'll have 2 ports. Let's go ahead and get that started first. And then we'll do a warehouse. Let's see. That would be within range of all of them. Right there. I'm just trying to make it so that I don't have to do so many funky things with the roads. Also, though, we have to anticipate that I need some spacing for irrigation, although irrigation could come from the lake and just drag its way over here, but I don't think that's necessary. Can I? I cannot. So these are dead spaces over here. It's too bad. So we'd be looking at like one here, maybe one here. Or actually, no, these 2 right here would be good because we can't use them for fishing. So why don't we... Oh, okay, that's only 1 space. Well, this will go a long way. So we don't need to really overburden it too much. Can't get one there. Alright, so maybe I can't get that many. But I could get one here and definitely one here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those down. And that's just where we have to think about how that irrigation is gonna come up to here. So I want to do a warehouse. I'm gonna have to do that warehouse out of the way. It has to be over here though. In order to be able to get to those fish spots, it's got to be over here. So it looks like I'm doing one here. Now let me drag this road out first. This is kind of misleading how it looks. Okay, so we're doing a warehouse like that, and then get this down to here. I guess go like that. Has to go like that though. Okay, which means that that irrigation canal will have to go out this way, which is actually too bad. Maybe I can get this to move over one. I'm just thinking with a nice little 2x2 here, we can put some buildings. So if I put this over, no, that will be out of range. I'm gonna put down a fissure already, just to look. Yeah, because it has to be right here. Now, wait a minute. How did I think I got 4 over here? Oh, like right here. Yeah, okay. Turn you off for a moment. Yeah, so it has to be here. Okay, well, we don't get to put something there then. Alternatively, I could extend this out one. Just have it run up that way. Because it's not like there's a walker that requires this. So we could still do it like that. Either way, I'm just wasting space. It doesn't really matter. Okay, we need to turn you off, make you only accept fish. That's another thing I'm going to start doing too, is specialized warehouses with only 1 or 2 goods as opposed to the 3. Except for, of course, the market distribution. But I'm going to try and do more singular purpose warehouses that we then use a caravan to drag all the way across. Now, I think I'm going to try a relay of that as well, depending on how much space I've got. It looks like I've got a lot, but, you know, it fills up. But I think if I do my own purposed relay, where I say, hey, grab to here, and then that will just drag that way a lot faster, then I can have another one grab it from here to take wherever. Completely unnecessary. It should all just be within the warehouse, like I had mentioned before. Having to have a separate trader like that is just overcomplicating something. Anyway, so that is that. We need to begin thinking about how far down do I want. Like, do I want the road on the outside or on the inside? Because having the road here is not necessary. Having a road along the backside might be okay. So here's another thing. I was looking at some layouts and what other people are doing. We don't actually have to have a full road connection. So, like, let's say, for instance, I was actually going to use this 4 fish for my people. Instead of having this road network at all connected to that, I could just have a road coming out, like, right here. And, you know, the fish would come in here, and then it would go out on that road. And that's how some people have made very compacted housing blocks. I will probably not go that optimal and or efficient. And kind of looking at the way this is laid out, I think maybe I want to put the housing here, since this is all rocky and I can build over it. And then if I really need to expand my fishing or my farming, I can utilize this, which is much more open. I still think we'll be able to do down here, though. But primarily that means I'm going to want to focus on maybe like wheat here, wheat and milk here to feed over to here, and then another one. Actually, in that case, I should expand those 2 here. Yeah, there really is quite a bit of rock out here, so maybe like this whole area here would be. Well, I don't know. I'm probably overcomplicating this. But if I do a road and an irrigation, let's try that. Let's just see how this goes. I'm gonna do this, and we'll kind of do something like that. I'll just come in here, and we will do a big old delete. Okay, so now let's get this canal going up here. And we will at least do something like this. So I'm going to utilize my idea from previous setup, do something like this. That we don't necessarily want it over here, although actually for collectors this would be okay. Like I could collect the bread and then just distribute the bread. Yeah, okay, actually we're gonna do that. We're gonna do it on this side instead. Yeah, that'll be fine. Because then what I can do is I can have a collector right at the end, and then I can also utilize the space for actual bread making. I'm going to turn off one of you. We're going to try and keep this a little bit condensed to begin with. I just want it there. We don't need that much. Go like that. And we don't actually need to drag that up now for irrigation because the irrigation spot was already good. So, in order to maximize this a little bit, this will allow me to put another one in there. One building there. Okay, so we're going to do that. I'm going to put a warehouse at the very end here. This warehouse is going to take bread. Bread. Jesus. We'll also say this is a pickup point. And, let's see. Then we need to grab 2 bakeries. Unfortunately, that is not going to fit. It's wasted space right there. Oh well. 2 bakeries, or a bakery here and a bakery here. This gets the goods a lot faster. We're going to actually have room for 3, because even though it's 1 farm to 2 bakeries, it's actually 2 workers. So each one of these worker slots is enough to produce the bakery. But actually, I could just add an extra baker to both sides, or is it one? I don't know. The math works out so that I really could just do 2 full bakers. And I'd want another one set up here anyway, possibly with a 3rd one. Either way, I should be able to get these all in here. And probably even a 6th one, if I was honest about it. And did something like this, where I might actually be able to do this. I'm going to go ahead and just preemptively put this stuff down. We don't have to, but we'll do it. Yeah, that's what I thought. I've got extra. But now I've got less because I'm fiddling with the road. Okay. So I can't actually do that. I don't need to do that, but work. Okay. So now we're good there, but what we're going to do here instead is get rid of this one to do something like this, and we will do like that, and now I can actually put something here. I think that'll work out. And see, you know, this is irrigated, but I still don't know if there's an impact on how irrigated they are. I feel like the output is still the same. You are apparently missing one. Oh yeah, because we just kicked it out. I feel like the output is still the same. I don't think that that has an impact on it. Maybe it does, though. Maybe it affects the time? Whatever. Anyway, let's get all of this going. I think I'm actually going to leave this space open. I mean, I've got plenty of space for a caravan, so I don't need to worry about that. Alright, we'll put down 2. So that should get that going. This road here, now I really do actually need to plan out. I really do. This is going to go up so we can put a road out here. have another side on here. Because we're going to also need to have... I may as well put one down now, in fact. We need to do this. And since that's going to be 3 plus an irrigation canal, the road needs to be like that. Okay. So now the problem here is that I wanted to put a road here, but it's not going to do my little setup correctly if I do that. So let's think about now 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. But if I put a road here, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, yeah, okay. That may get a little loop in here or something. Actually, can I do that now? No, because now that'll just create a 3. Although if I make this a distribution network, the road going here, yeah, we should extend this out. We should extend that out. It's going to cause a little bit of a weirdness. But if I do this, it adds up. So now we're good there. Okay, so with this all right here, could I just build my first housing block right here? Or should I save this for some industry? I feel like we'd get plenty of industry in here. I think we could fit quite a bit of industry right in here. So what I really need to focus on first is getting this irrigated, of course. It's got to go up like that. Yeah, and now that's all irrigated. And then we go 1, 2, 3. Drag one this way. We're going to need quite a few people. I'm going to turn these off. Well, there's no reason to turn them off. There's actually no reason to turn these off whatsoever. We're going to need the people regardless, and we don't incur a penalty for not having. Actually, no. I don't want that. Do I? Because if I do an irrigation canal, so the irrigation canal should line up there. And then go like this. And then that should be covered by the next farm. Which, whatever, I'll just go ahead and put down. And then we'll turn that one off. Okay, so this one too will also need a collection point. But if I just do one warehouse, which I can't actually do very easily, so I should actually just use this. I'm just thinking, because if I'm gonna have housing here, I need to also have, you know, a distributor warehouse so that it can collect the goods. If we're gonna put industry here, this actually would have been fine then to have this. I could put industry here to create the pots, and we could just have one main thing. Well, now I'm having second thoughts about this and how the road goes, because what I'm looking at here is that clay mines, we could get 3 clay mines. Okay, we could get 2 clay mines on this side. would then... Boy, I think I'm really, really overthinking this stuff. I think I should just put some of this stuff down. Doesn't really matter. Put some of this stuff down. I'll be using it anyway, right? Now if I do this, put a distributor there, maybe? I don't know. I don't know where I want to put this crap. Get one there and one there. Okay, maybe I don't actually want this. So why don't we grab another clay mine here? And I have to, if I made this the distribution thingy, I would not get anywhere. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so that's not adding up properly. That's okay. Is it though? You know what? We don't need this. So I could get another clay pit here, and then that gives me 4. Yeah, okay, I like this, I like this, I like this. We will get rid of you, and actually I'm just going to turn all of you off for right now, because we don't need you. So this gets me, oops, ceramic, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is kind of putting me out of the way. But what I'm thinking is having one of these spots, maybe this spot right here, can be a caravan spot. Alternatively, no. So the thing I had just talked about where I could use them, I don't know which side this would come out on, but I could put one like here. It would then come out on this road without having to worry about it go this way. Either way, by putting like a caravan guy here, it doesn't matter, really, but it kind of does. I'm just thinking of distance traveled. You know, if I have a hub here and a hub here, and then get like another hub here that I can start putting housing out here, I can maybe put a distribution thing here, and then they would just be dragging it all the way there. That is a long ways to go if I put that one here for the milk collector. But, you know, we can have multiple... That is not in there. We can have up to 4, I think. 4 caravaneers. Yeah, let's put you here. So, doubling down and putting even more. You know, putting 2 to work for each good is probably where we're going to end up. And I guess that if I leave this open, then I can just put a bunch of caravan guys over here. Actually, I could probably also put more of these. I'm just trying to keep this crap central to something, so that it's easy and it makes more sense. So yeah, I think we'll just expand out this way into various housing as we go, because this is getting pretty tight already. And that's where we're at. So let me put down a housing block. First things first, we need to have this warehouse that is going to be consuming pots. We need to have this warehouse. For now, I'll put this here, because this is kind of in the way of another one out here. But you know, in order to be able to get this, how about I put it here? That way I can have the road extend across the way. Yeah. We'll take milk, and I need to make sure I'm pointing these guys upward. Then do I really want to have this here? Well, okay, let's extend that out. Yeah, we'll do it here. Okay, and then this is where we're going to do these ones, oops, these ones, these ones, and then we'll set them down to 12. Can I do a... No, I cannot. So, you know, when you're setting your trade goods, right, and you're saying how much stuff you want to sell on here, you can do that shift-click, control-click to do 10s and 100s. It would be nice if these had the same functionality, because right now they don't. And obviously it wouldn't be by 10s, but like by 4 would be nice. Maybe control click by 4, shift click by half or something like that. Anyway, so that's good for there. And now we have our housing. The direction that this is going to go is going to be... I don't even know. 1, 2, 3, road, 1, 2, garden, 2, road, 1, 2, in a garden, which would then allow me to have 1, 2, road, 1, 2, garden, no, okay. Well then, what if we did 2, 8, and then we did, so this would be the road, and then we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and another road. Okay, I like that. We'll go that way then. So we'll do garden, 1, 2, and a road. 1, 2, garden, 1, 2, and a road. And this will be our initial setup. And of course we'll do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a road. Like a so, and we may as well just do something like that. Okay, I like it. And hopefully we can keep ourselves clear of any terrible sorts of appeal and whatnot. Pollution will carry over here, so this will have to be a whole blockade of anti-pollution, especially since they'll be putting more things here. We may end up needing more appeal in this neighborhood than elsewhere. But for now, I think this is good. Finally. And, yeah, maybe I should have put this over here so that the distributor's a little bit closer. Distributor and the water could be a little bit closer. But it doesn't really matter. I don't think it matters. I'm going to pretend it doesn't matter. What I'm actually going to do, now that I've spent an entire episode just planning this out, is end this one here, and I'll see you next time.